Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the Flying Fluffy Hockey live stream of Game 5 between the Florida Panthers and Toronto Maple Leafs. This is the only series that ended up tied at 2 after 4 games in the second round. Colin says Nick Robertson and Cam are in for the Leafs tonight. No Holmberg and Yarncroke.
Interesting. Okay, so it's not huge changes.
Let's
Don't
see.
forget the game going. The TV.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's see. Tonight's game is on ESPN. Yeah. Let's take control of the series. Colin says, who's likely to blow a 3-1 lead? The Oilers, Stars, or Canes? I would pick the Oilers just because there's no way Vegas whimpers out in 5, right? All that talent. They can't beat Stuart Skinner. All right, so Ladies Guy says McDavid in 82 playoff games, 39 goals, 92 assists, 131 points, plus 35, 3 game-winning goals. His 1.6 playoff points per game is third all-time, fractionally behind Lemieux and 0.24 behind Gretzky. Hello, Derek.
When they use Just for Men to eliminate gray, there's a great before and after.
Lady Sky says Austin Matthews has never scored against the Panthers in a playoff game despite over 40 shots on goal.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that opens up a world of possibilities. With Venture X,
So yeah, what are your guys' predictions?
and turn all of your purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels.
Gervasi says, get your heart medicine ready.
Lounges worldwide. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
This is the best Chipotle order. I would like a bowl.
Triple wrap. Then dip it in here.
Sour cream inside of vinaigrette.
C1997 says 4-2 Panthers with an empty netter. Derek says Leafs 4-0. Eisenite says Toronto 9-2.
The new star of the season. Book your vacation today.
Come on, Charlie, use your new door. Let's go. I said go.
RBJ says 3-1 Cats.
Red Bull gives you win.
And this is the last commercial, I assume.
Probably, yeah. How is everybody feeling? Feeling pretty confident? Neither team has lost a home game in this series yet. Hot Dog says, I feel like the Hurricanes are going to choke to the Capitals.
University of Maryland medical system helps more Marylanders ring the bell of resilience.
Praga says the first goal is crucial. Whoever earns it has the best chance to win. Eisenite says, Jaws said Ekblad would score in overtime on the noon show. You made a bet on that. D-Tron says, hi, Kyle. Not confident, but worried.
Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watch, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets crackling, the bombs bursting in air, came through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, who saved us, that star-spangled banner yet wave, for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Okay. Was that light coming in the window a problem?
Our home and native land, true Christian love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we speedily rise, the true blood strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
All right.
All right.
Hey, ball. We got a couple super
Super chats, yeah.
What we got?
TK, thank you for the 10.
Thank you, TK. Thank you,
Thank
buddy.
you, TK says, here goes nothing. Good luck and Godspeed.
Thank you, TK. Appreciate it, bud.
And Ryan Roy, thank you for the 5.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, bud.
Says, first donation. Let's go, boys. Y'all think this game is the series? Who's scoring the first goal on the Panthers?
Chicka cooking. Chicka cooking? That's an even worse word. Yeah, chicka cook.
Please stop saying that.
It just came out.
So Joseph Wall is still in net.
All right.
So it's Wall versus Bob.
Hey, Doodles. All right.
All right. Okay, so
All right. Did we win yet?
no.
We had to play the whole game?
Yes.
But I thought it was rigged. Why do we got to play the game if it's rigged? I'm confused. So Boquist is on the top line.
Yeah. Yeah, Rodriguez is out.
Yeah.
So Seth Jones sends it towards the net. It's blocked. Lundell couldn't hang on to it.
Good job. Got it back.
Now he sends it over to Marchand. Wall passes the puck to Morgan Riley. Seth Jones with some work to try and keep the puck in the Leaf zone as long as possible. So Marner over to Matthews. Matthews to Nyes, back to Marner. McCabe sends it towards the net. Stopped before it even reaches Bob. Reinhardt dumps the puck in. It rolls back behind Toronto's net. Sent Schmitz to Kulikov at the blue line. Kulikov chooses to dump it. McCabe ends up with the puck. He flips it out. It's held in by Reinhardt, forcing Tanev to pursue the puck and pass it backwards to McCabe. So, Lorenz with the puck sends it up to Lawton. Now it's in the neutral zone once again. Flipped it. Rolls just wide of the net. Lorenz over to Benoit. Puck rolls all the way back to OEL. Ekblad over to Kachuk.
Can we get to it?
No, we cannot. Stretch pass to Lorenz, but it rolls away from him. Kulikov sends it up ahead. Not far enough. Riley shot blocked. Nosek with the block. Wall forced the pass to the defenseman. Morgan Riley sends the puck up ahead. Nosek enters the zone. Gadget with a shot. Save. Let's see. Greer sends it in the general direction of the net. McMahon leaves the puck for Morgan Riley. Morgan Riley waiting. Stretch pass will roll towards Seth Jones. Lundell dumps the puck in. McCabe is the first to reach it, but he turns it over to Marchand. Marchand pressuring the puck carrier, and he comes away with the puck. Now Pacioretty fight against Seth Jones. Pacioretty.
Wow.
Bob dropped the puck, but he was able to pass it along. Reinhardt dumps it in. So, Marner over to Matthews. He whiffed on the shot, and Ekblad was able to collect the puck. It ends up with Reinhardt, who dumps it in, but it's blocked. Barkov with he had the perfect setup, and it just went high. Derek says, go Knicks. Cap for Life says, always a great job, guys, both of you.
Much appreciated. Kyle's gotten really good.
Michael Boquist is in for Erod.
His first season as head coach. 108 points in the regular season to win the Atlantic Division. He won the Stanley Cup behind the St. Louis Blues bench in 2019.
Berube is almost the perfect tonic here in Toronto. The highs are really high, the lows are really low. Berube just kind of
15-12 to go in the first. Face off in the Leaf zone.
Create space, don't look for it. The Panthers don't give you much, so you have to create it with your own feet, and that's what they're looking for.
Camp versus Bennett in the face-off circle. We won the face-off. Kachuk sent it towards the net, but it deflects into the corner. Schmidt's shot. Oh, what a
man.
beautiful rebound that was.
Ah.
Lawrence could not reach it. Kulikov able to collect it, send it ahead to Bennett, who blows a tire.
Okay.
So, Domi with the puck sends it around. It goes to Tanev, then McCabe. McCabe tried to set up Domi.
Good save by
Bob with the save. Schmidt collects the puck. Leafs collected. Tanev waits for his line mates to change. Tanev crosses center ice as he dumps the puck in. The YouTuber says hello.
Hey, bud.
Tavares back to Benoit, and then OEL at the blue line, who dumps it in.
Good job.
Greer able to send it up ahead.
They call it?
No,
Nope.
they waved off the
I
icing.
guess they felt like he could have skated faster.
Probably.
Remind me to put waffles in. I forgot to eat. I had lunch. I forgot to eat dinner.
Marchand and Luosterainen both trying to collect the puck behind Toronto's net. Lorenz able to get the clear for the Leafs. Ekblad stretch pass. Luosterainen over to Ekblad. Puck out of play with 13:02 to go in the first. Michael is asking, is there a reason there's no Samo in the lineup?
I mean, I just think Maurice isn't comfortable with him defensively.
Let's say Glenn is a customer. I'm a customer of this. Okay.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
Oh, he's moving.
You know, sometimes my life could be a little crazy. That's why when you find stability, you gotta grab it and hold on to it. Like how Verizon just lets you lock in a low price for 3 years.
Daryl Hendricks says Samoskevich has missed 4 wide open empty net goals on us.
Who's doing that? Nobody.
Come on, what's better than that? Probably nothing. Yeah, nothing.
The history of winning started with 65 games, losing steam, losing sweat.
We've identified the problem. What is the solution?
A drink scientifically designed to hydrate better than water, so they can sweat more and win more. And change the game for everyone.
All right, so
Okay. So far, so good.
yeah.
Actually, we call our stuff Gatorade.
There's Gene's girlfriend. Brother Gene's got a crush.
I see.
Yeah.
And they even travel with rats. Don't worry, guys, they're plastic. Equipment manager Teddy Richards on one of these guys in Boston 2 years ago on the bench in the playoffs. And then the other one he found after they eliminated Tampa. And just a reminder, the rat tradition began in 1995 when there was a real rat running around the arena in the locker room. And Scott Millenby, the captain, took a slap shot to him.
Let's see. Tanev able to get the clear, but it rolls all the way down. Seth Jones first to reach it. Survives the hit from Nyes. Mikkola sends it in. Wolf immediately forced to pass it to Tanev. Marner ahead for Matthews, but Mikkola with the pressure. JC says, Kyle, do we have a problem?
Do we?
Do we?
I don't know.
Barkov with the puck.
There we go.
For Hagee, shoots. It goes high.
That's a swaggy goal. Come on, swaggy.
Bennett with the shot.
Oh,
He misses.
It's 2 chances.
For Hagee.
Deflected.
Deflected up and out of play.
Okay.
Brandon White says, hey, boys, let's go, Cats. This game is marbles.
Carter Verhaeghe is like red hot streaky. When he gets goal, the puck just seems to
11:45 to go in the first.
He had a tough year.
Come to life here in this series. Interception by Loster.
Lundell with the puck. Shoots. Saved by Wall. Marchand's able to get the puck to Ekblad, who gives away the puck to Nylander. Bob with the save.
Bubba. All right.
Disaster averted.
Yes.
Don't do that again, Ekblad.
Right.
Schmidt with the puck. The action is picking up now, like the announcers just said. Nosek dumps the puck in. Woll intercepted it, forced to send it into the corner. Hey, Cade, thank you for the 2.
Thank you, Cade. Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
Cade says, Bob with the clutch save.
Yes.
Greer collects the puck. Nosek was not able to get a handle on it.
All right, good transition.
Boquist with a shot.
Good job by
Jones. Reinhardt shoots.
Damn it.
Gloved by Wall. Damn.
Oh, we're getting our chances.
James thinks we need to score first. Ouch. Domi got hit by a friendly fire stick.
Is that a new one?
No, that's Cade.
Oh, okay.
Still. 10-11 to go in the first. Face off in the lead zone. We win another face off. Free puck. Looking OEL able to get it out of harm's way.
That icing? No.
It
is.
They
called it?
Hey, Steven, thank you for the 5.
Thank you, Steven. Thank you, bud.
Steven.
Thank you, Steven.
Thank you, Steven. Says, can't let this crybaby fan base have any more hope. Let's go, Panthers. I mean, only some of the Leafs fans are befitting of that stereotype.
Right.
We have plenty of actual sane and reasonable Leafs fans who have joined this chat over the years.
Yes.
Let's see. Kachuk over to Ekblad.
Oh,
Ekblad shoots towards net,
Another
saved by Woll. Bennett, the puck. Kachuk could not
Quite
reach
get
it.
to Yeah.
Where's the tough angle shot saved by Woll? Watch Medicine says, "What's up?"
Was
Switch and save. Get more with Geico.
Daniel Charles says it's almost just a go-to fan base here in Ontario because what are you gonna do? Cheer for Ottawa? They're newborns compared to Toronto. So that's what Daniel just said. We did not get scored on in the first 30 seconds. That is correct. Barman says, I feel sick watching Boquist on the top line. Why not put Samo there?
Download Grammarly for free.
With breakthrough research that promises to stop cancer in its tracks, the University
All right.
of Maryland medical system helps more Marylanders ring the bell of resilience, relief, and life beyond cancer.
So, what do we think so far?
so far. I like the game so far.
Yeah.
But got to put it in the
Yeah.
in the goal category.
So as Greg Berube talked about, it's going to be Ekblad or it's going to be one of these large.
Panthers lead shot attempts 19-4. And they lead scoring chances 4-1. Shots on goal 7-2. But the Panthers need to start turning that into goals.
Well, yes.
No goals in the previous 9.
Good.
40 shots on goal. Ray showed you the shot chart from this series. Hard to believe, actually. 11 shots right around the net, nothing in the net. That would be fine for somebody else. For Matthews, you just think eventually he's going to find a way to score. 401 career goals, 69 a season ago. That went down to a career low 33 this year. Lots of talk that he's been battling some upper body injuries.
Luosterainen with a good pass. 3-on-2 the other way. Lundell. Woll able to corral the puck with 9 minutes flat to go in the first.
Likes to do it as well as Marchand likes to do it. Lundell's going to lose his puck. Watch this puck deflect off of Brandon Carlo's right foot. Marchand's shot will be deflected, and it hits his glove, his foot, and then Woll's going to fight this off.
Yes, Matthews is playing tonight. 9 minutes flats to go in the first. Another face-off in the Toronto zone. What'd you say?
No, I was just saying in the Toronto zone.
Shot goes just wide. Boquist trying to reach it along with Barkov. It rolls over to Reinhart in the corner, but he's pressured by McCabe. Reinhart, it goes wide. Barkov able to pass it to Mikkola. Now Boquist and Reinhart. Boquist tried to set up Barkov in the middle of the zone. Reinhardt sends it up ahead.
He hits the restricted free agency. That kid is the burgeoning power forward in the National Hockey League. The second full season in the NHL with 3 games at the end of the
Bennett's had a little trouble with the puck.
He finished in the Frozen Four with the Minnesota Golden Gophers. He was a Hobie Baker finalist.
Bennett with the puck. Shot saved by Wall.
Man,
I thought for a second it
I
was
know,
going
right?
to slowly flip in behind him. Bennett passes the puck up ahead.
Oh,
Forsling lost it.
He sidestepped the hit, though, too, there.
Pacioretty
good
shot
job,
saved
Bubba.
by Bob. Carlos' shot goes wide. Forsling should be able to pass it to Kachuk. He does.
Yes, good job, Kachuk.
We go for the change. That's Nosek pursuing the puck deep within the Toronto zone. Gadjo and Greer both trying to reach it before McCabe can clear it. McMahon sends it up ahead, batted down by Kulikov. Nosek has to have it sent back to Schmidt. Wool with the puck. It goes into the corner. Greer can't get a handle on it. McCabe passes to Kampf. Benoit shot.
Oh, I thought it went in.
Me too.
I thought it went in.
It must have gone wide.
You must be getting my bad eyesight.
No, I saw it go wide, but
okay.
I can see where it looked like it went in. Marchand gets hit against the boards. Seth Jones with the puck at the blue line. He shoots. Saved by Wall. Ethan asks if the Panthers make the Stanley Cup final again, who would be the scariest opponent from the West?
Oh, I don't want to get ahead of myself.
Yeah,
really don't.
me either.
A great scoring chance. He doesn't get many. Camp can skate. Robertson can skate.
6:03 to go in the first.
He gave him a chance here 14 minutes into the first period. Barkov's been the best faith-off band in this series and in the playoffs, in fact. Austin Matthews also one of the best in the NHL.
Leafs win a face-off for what feels like the first time this evening. At least in their own zone. Seth Jones first to reach the puck, but he overskates, but Barkov is there. Barkov over to Jones, stretch pass. Boquist shoots. Puck bounces right to Reinhardt.
God, it just won't go
man.
in.
Damn. Let's see.
Hey, there we go. Finally. There we go. Give me 5. Hey, there we go.
Ekblads.
All right. Finally.
Panthers strike first.
Yes.
Going
Good
up
stuff.
1-0 with 5:22 to go in the first, thanks to Aaron Ekblad. I mean, Reinhardt had a beautiful chance there, and then Barkov with the work. Boquist to Reinhardt's, then Ekblad. What a shot.
Okay. Now I feel a little bit better about the 50 shots on goal.
Daryl calls this bullshit. I'm not.
It's a long game, bro.
It's a long game, Daryl.
Yeah. Icing.
I mean, a lot of Panthers fans were thinking the same thing after how Game 3 started.
Yeah. No joke. Myself included.
Beck says you guys have no idea how hard it is to wait a whole minute to cheer in chat, waiting for you to catch up.
I don't know what we can really do about it, though. The only thing we can do is pop out when the commercials come. We back out of the stream and we go back in.
I've been trying that.
Right.
Duckling says poor Wallace's team is allowing the Panthers to tee off on him. Nylander with the shot saved by Bob. Woo! Daniel, thank you for the 5.
Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, buddy.
Daniel.
Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you,
bud.
Says 5 for Recchi. Now stop using steroids. Nylander must have been called off sides.
All right.
Okay. So Aaron Ekblad with assists from Reinhardt and Boquist. So Boquist already has a point tonight as part of the top line. Certainly an encouraging sign. Ekblad more than makes up for surrendering that dangerous giveaway, that dangerous breakaway chance for remind me which Leaf was that who Bob had to stop by himself. Ekblad ended up scoring first. I'm pretty sure it was Nylander, right? Mythical Riz says, I don't know if the Leafs have an answer for us this series. Just might be over in 6. Well, it's a long game and a long series. True says, keep it up, boys. Looking great. You only have like a few seconds.
I'm here.
Kate says, never assume. So, 4:42 to go in the first. Panthers with the early 1-0 lead. Boquist had played just a minute and a half at 5v5 with Barkov and Reinhardt this season. This is Boquist's first point in his last 25 games combined between the regular season and playoffs. And he did it while he was on the top line.
Yes.
Ethan Hawkins says, mad respect for the Panthers as a diehard Oilers fan. I can't help but love the way the Panthers play. Hey, thank you, Ethan.
Thank you, bud.
$4:33 to go in the first. Another face-off in the Leafs zone. Nylander and Lundell. Oh, excuse me, that's Nicholas Robertson. Puck in the corner. Nicholas Robertson unable to get the clear. Marchand briefly had it. Yeah, Panthers so far lead shots on goal 14-4. All right. Who do we dump the puck in? Woll passes it along. It rolls all the way back to Seth Jones, able to keep the puck away from Scott Lawton. Dumped in by Forsling. Nosek trying to keep it away from the Leafs. Kempf pass backwards ends up resulting in it going back to center ice. Benoit flips it in. Another clear by the Panthers. Goals allowed off the rush. Games 1-2 for the Panthers. 4. Games 3 and 4, none. Wow, all the goals we gave up in game 3 and none of them were off the rush.
Wonder what they consider off the rush. I don't know if they consider a breakaway off the rush.
Leafs ice it with 2:56 to go in the first.
They've been able to build a foundation, of course, with the success that they've had about what they really want and what they really need and what their team.
X-Fresh asks, is Dolby still RC for the farm team?
I think so.
Mr. Pebble says, of course the Leafs are down by 1. I swear, how can't a single Canadian team do anything? Well, I mean, it's gonna be a long game. It's a long game. Kachuk sends it to Forsling. Goes to the corner for Hagee. For Hagee over to Bennett. Bennett pass blocked. Tavares will be able to clear the zone. Forsling able to get Tavares away from the puck. Now Bennett dumps the puck in. Woll passes it straight to Kachuk, but it goes behind the net and recollected by the Leafs.
Pancakes will be second intermission.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Since I just ate.
Okay.
Mikula pressuring Matthews again. For Hagee able to get the puck over to Seth Jones. Now Lundell dumps the puck in as he crosses center ice. Marchand. Oh, where is that? Luosterainen and Lundell are so close. And they're going to call that. Yeah, I mean, almost an entire period without a penalty.
This is in the scrum. Everybody goes to they're allowed kind of like one little shove or pull cross check. And Marchand goes right after Marner to give him one. Lundell, one of the Panthers' better penalty killers, will get called for tripping, I believe. Number 15, 2 minutes for tripping.
So Lundell gets called for tripping.
In the Maple Leaf slot, Marner's going to get to it, and Lundell's going for the puck. He's strong on his stick, but there's the trick at the end, is he doesn't have the puck. He's got the left foot of Marner. Here comes the Leafs.
All right, so the Leafs are on the power.
Shorty.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
When was the last one?
Did we get one? Have we had one in the playoffs?
I don't know. Reinhardt, Barkov, Forsling, and Ekblad are on the ice against what I presume to be the top power play unit for the Leafs. Puck goes straight to Matthews. I think Bob made that save. Marner with the puck passes back to Matthews. Tavares looking with the puck. Marner at the blue line. Back to Tavares. Tavares gets taken off the puck briefly by Forsling.
Good job.
Reinhardt.
I think he thought Barkov was going to go with him.
Well, that's
but
still.
Barkov changed instead.
Well, I mean, you'd rather play it safe, right?
Oh, I'm not complaining. I just think that's what you thought was going to happen.
Domi to Nice. Domi sends it around to Tavares. Tavares looking. Marner's shot rolls behind the net. Nice back behind the net. Over to Tavares, can't handle it. Matthews to Marner. Marner over to Domi. Back to Marner. Domi with Matthews. Matthews looking. Domi has the puck taken away from him by Seth Jones.
Can't clear it out. Come on. Hey, that's a trip. No call. Okay, that's cool.
Lusterainen able to pass to Nosek.
There we go.
We get the clear.
And now to take care of the period. Good stuff. Good stuff.
That is the end of the first.
Oh.
Nyes was so close. Look at this. Bob with a very clutch save. Yes. Why is it always nice?
He's good.
Okay.
Here, give me your water.
Thanks. All right. Panthers lead shot attempts 33-10. So yeah, it's a good first period. Panthers with the 1-0 lead early on, thanks to Aaron Ekblad.
Craig Berube might have to take out the defibrillator and shock some of these guys to get the pulse going. And guys, this is a must-win game. This is everything you worked hard for in the season. The effort's got to be more than that. I didn't think they started too bad, but as the period goes on, you can't let this game get away from you. They let Florida find their game. Now they got a bigger issue to deal with.
They looked a little.
Tim Schoolofficious, great save on Nyes by Bobby.
Florida ramped it up. A little more sense of urgency, and the desperation of the Leafs right now is non-existent.
So.
Yeah, I agree. I think they did look tentative. There was no enormous amount of pressure on Toronto in this game. They came in a little bit tentative. They just got to get back to what they did in the first 2 games of the series. They were playing loose. They were playing free. They were playing confident. They got a team that can match up well against Florida, but they didn't play it that way in that first period. They got to believe they can beat Florida in order to do so.
How bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? Yeah, it doesn't look like a lot for Toronto.
Tim School of Fish says Rhino looking like he will score tonight. Seth Jones playing well too. Keep it going, Cats. Trevor says Panthers clicking early. Toronto shouldn't be on the power play. Both players were trying to play the puck at that guy's feet.
But your phone is there. Get up now, and your train of thought will get off track faster than a roller coaster going downhill with 2 really big guys in the front.
It's a map. I can just mirror my phone from here.
Oh. Glad we learned something.
Here at Once Upon a Farm.
X-Fresh says Seth Jones has been well offensively and okay defensively, but I notice he gets lost sometimes.
Okay. Okay.
I see myself as this strong woman.
All right. So, where was I? Let's see. All right, how's everybody doing? Colin says, I don't know why, but these last few periods have flown by fast. Apparently, Mark Stone is not available tonight for Vegas. Let's see. All right, so Florida man says Bobby with his best impression of Mutombo on that save. Julian says, "Let's go, Cats." Steven says, Panthers outscored the Leafs 7-1 in the last 3 games. On the parts where you were not watching the game, Daniel the Beach Bum says, "Worked sucked, but hey, hockey." Yeah, that was a great first. Jameson says, "Florida can win this." Oh, they definitely can. I just wonder if Berube is going to do something to try and wake up the team. It started very evenly matched, I think. The very beginning of this game, it was a similar intensity level from both teams. But as the period went on, it just seems like the Panthers became more and more dominant. So, yes, as long as the Panthers stick to their game and don't take stupid penalties, we'll be good to go. We have 2 defensemen back at all times. We're not surrendering, for the most part, those breakaway or rush chances to the Leafs anymore. Yeah, 1 period at a time. Rich P says that tripping call was terrible. He was fighting for the puck. Jameson says, "I'm going to game 6, so that's cool." Derek says, "Ekblad has nice hair and beard." Mr. Pebble says, "I think if the Leafs don't start the second period off hot, it's over." Tim's School of Fish says, I used to hate Austin Matthews because I have a deep, unnatural hatred of the Leafs and their fans. Now I kind of like the guy, but man, he disappears in the playoffs." Well, I think there's not much time left on that Toronto power play to start the second. So the Panthers just need to kill the penalty off, and then we can just continue what we did for starting about halfway or so through this first period. We just we've been playing our game. David says, like them or not, you can't argue too much with Messier or Gretzky or any announcer who has won 3 or more cups. RSB says, I feel like we only win when I'm not watching. Oh, man. The sacrifices you make for your team. Yeah. That was, that was probably a borderline tripping call. But I'm not as stressed anymore about the Panthers taking penalties because they are not making the same mistakes in either special teams or 5v5 that they were making in the first 2 games. JC says, whose playoff disappearing act is worse? Connor Hellebuyck or Austin Matthews? Florida man says, don't jinx it, Kyle. Jameson says, it's my birthday in 4 days. Oh, cool. TK says, Kyle, don't say that. Always stay stressed about the Cats. I'd have to think about it. Well, it's kind of hard for a team to succeed in the playoffs when your goaltender cannot make a save on the road. So I might have to go with Hellebuyck. I mean, Matthews is more or less doing his parts defensively for his team. Sophia says, hello. Jameson says, I'm really stressed right now because of Maple Leafs score. I'm really nervous. Tim says, Ottinger's going to take Hellebuyck's starting job in the Olympics. Hellebuyck chokes under pressure. Well, Hellebuyck was amazing in 4 Nations. There's a reason he kept his starting job. Sophia, I'm doing pretty good. Just waiting for the second period to start, which should be in about 4 minutes. I just wonder if Stuart Skinner is going to continue his amazing performance from Game 4, or if Vegas will actually get a game or 2 back. Coop says, just stopped by to say hello. Let's freaking go, Panthers. Hello, Coop. How you doing? Yori says Hellebuyck has his kryptonite. He is good, just bad when there is traffic on net. Well, a lot of the stuff on the wall behind me is the Panthers flags and stuff. David says anyone can be shut down or at least drastically reduced by an elite defensive unit. That's us. Tim Schoolfish says, catch you all at the next break. Go Cats. Colin says, Stowers blasted another home run. 1-0 Marlins lead. The Marlins' problem this year is not hitting. It is the fact that their best pitcher has an over 7 ERA, a best starting pitcher. Jay Kendall says, go Panther. Oh yeah, the Dolphins schedule release. The Dolphins schedule release is pretty much here. I cannot stand this Panda Express commercial. Duckling thinks Skinner will not continue his performance. There will be Skinner chance he will choke away the game.
For every goal, join Boop today.
You're watching the Stanley Cup playoffs on ESPN presented by Geico. Scotiabank rated draw game 5 of this series, which is tied at 2 minutes.
All right.
Florida leads 1-0. Time for winning ingredients.
Okay. All right. Okay, I feel better now.
Sophia, if you wanted to do some artwork for the channel, why don't you?
Oh, yeah, just tell her to email me.
You can email Jaws. The address is flyingfluffyhockey@gmail.com.
Yeah.
With the shot advantage, the puck in their offensive end, and now Bobrovsky's back on his game. It has really been a series of 2 different times, right? Early in the series, Bobrovsky struggled.
Derek says the Cowboys, Lions, and Chiefs are all playing on both Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Really? Chiefs? They're gonna ruin both holidays?
I think the prime time Thanksgiving game this year is Cowboys Chiefs.
Back to the start of this run 2 years ago, when they were the number 8 seed in the East. Boston had set the record for regular season points and wins. And in the first 3 games of that
Sophie asking, can he drop his IG or DC? I think that's Instagram.
No, we can't. I'm just if you want to contact me, just email me. I won't see it. I won't be able to go back to the chat.
Global
and
Pulse
see it.
says, hello, Jaws and Kyle. How are you both doing?
Hey, bud. It's warm in here now, huh?
Mhm. Let's see.
Hey. All right.
That hit
where's
the post.
Hey.
Another
Again.
post.
All
Wow.
right, sometimes you got to get lucky.
Colin says Finns will play the Bills and Ravens on Thursday Night Football.
2 Thursday nights?
Hopefully
What?
they're consecutive ones. That would make it better.
Boy, they hate us.
All right. Kulikov with the puck. Sends it up ahead to Bennett. It rolls all the way to Wall. Schmidt over to Kulikov. Boink. So Nylander hits the crossbar, and then Scott Lawton hit the posts. All on the same shift. Panthers leading shots 14-7, 18:25 to go. Face off in the Panthers zone. Schmidt with the puck after the Panthers win the face-off. OEL collects the puck around his own blue line. Puck dumped in by Morgan Riley. Nylander is the first to it. It rolls all the way over to Morgan Riley. Back to Nylander. Nylander tried to send it to Pacioretty through the paint. Verhaeghe enters the zone. Lundell looks, shoots. It goes wide. And picked up by Nylander.
Oh, rebound. Oh. Watch out. And it's out. Oh, Marchand.
Marchand with the puck.
Can't quite get to it. Mr. Reinen. Lundell. All right. Sell it down, boys.
Sophia was asking you to drop your email.
I guess type it into the chat.
Okay.
He said, we got to get pucks in better. It feels like their goalie is seeing most of them or hitting most of them. And Greg, doesn't it seem like to you, at least from my vantage point, the shooting's high a lot of
Flying fluffy hockey at gmail.com. There you go.
With the long change, if the puck doesn't go deep, the Leafs can get out of the rush. If you like a chance off the rush, that first goal post sequence came off a rush chance. That's not the way the Panthers want to play. They want the first checker in, and then they want
17 to go in the second.
Come on, get one off the draw, Forsling.
Panthers win the face-off. Ekblad sends it towards the net. It goes right to the corner where Barkov and Boquist are. Hey, Daniel the Beach Bum is a new member.
Hey, thank you, Daniel. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you, Daniel.
Much
Thank
appreciated,
you.
bud. I will have a members podcast out tomorrow.
Ekblad with the puck. He waits, shoots, saved by Wall. Back to Barkov. Barkov turns around over to Reinhardt.
What was that?
Has to send it wide.
Holds it in around the Reinhardt.
Reinhardt. Who
must
gets
have gone off in a change.
pressured. Yeah.
He held that puck there the whole time, though.
Bennett's with the puck, waiting. Sends it all the way back to the corner. Forsling shot, gloved by Wall. We've had a minute in the Toronto Maple Leaf zone. X-Fresh says, there we go. I think this is the first time in the series we changed in the O-zone.
Yeah.
That forecheck
Good
shift
point.
for the Panthers, they wear down the opposition, and what we see now is Austin Matthews was out there for a minute with Nyes and Marner. All they did was run around their zone. You don't even have to defend them if you get a shift like that where you can forecheck them and push them back on their heels. That's textbook defense by the Panthers into the offensive zone. Bennett and Camp was pissed off.
Daniel says they should have started Wall. This dude's a brick wall.
Chucky?
Kachuk.
Now they're going to go after Bennett because he was poking.
16-13 to go in the second. Bennett gets tossed out of the face-off circle. For Hagee now in the face-off circle. We win the face-off. Mikkola over to Kachuk. Tries to get to puck for Hagee, but it was held in by Mikkola.
I guess so.
Bennett and Kachuk working for the puck in the corner. Now it is we have
back.
two guys back.
Yes.
And we
they went
forced
offsides.
Scott Lawton offsides. Oh, Bennett.
great. That's
Bennett.
going to be a penalty.
Well, I see how it happened.
Yeah, I know.
First, Bennett bumped
they're
into
gonna-
Lawton. Then Lawton bumped into
Right.
Jones. And Bennett was like, oh, hell no.
There's the
right
bump,
there.
then there's the bump,
And then
and then he just like goes down. He must have been off balance. Is he? No penalties.
There'll be no penalties.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm sure Leaf fans will be.
JC says he can't believe Matthews is the highest paid player. If the Leafs lose, what changes do we expect the Leafs to make?
Well, I guess the question would be about Marner, right?
There's still a long ways to go.
Yeah.
First, we'll have to find out what the Leafs' response is. The Panthers have pretty much been dominating the majority of this game. I mean, the Leafs did get a couple of good opportunities on their power play. Marchand's trying to collect the puck. Now it rolls all the way down. Forsling has to send it around the boards to keep it away from Nylander. Pacioretty able to feed Tavares. Tavares, Marchand working against him. Nylander sends the puck over. Oh, yeah, with the shot. Saved by Bob. 15-12 to go.
Nylander's been by far the most dangerous. He's had 3 really good scoring chances. Here he's going to take this puck off the dasher. A bit of patience and poise. He hangs on to the puck. That's not an easy pass. It's a backhand pass across the goal. But the work is done by Aaron Ekblad.
Trey says Willie Nylander is cherry picking so bad he might as well be wearing rollerblades. What is the cherry picking?
He's not taking the shots when they're there. He's trying to get to the perfect shot instead of just shooting. That's what they call it, cherry picking, because you go to the tree and you pick only the best cherries. Unless you're the birds and you eat all the cherries off the tree and leave us none.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Austin says it's a tie game for the Knicks and Celtics. Matthews behind the net, but it's the puck is intercepted. Boquist pressuring Tanev. Sophia says, I've sent you an email. Please check it whenever you get a chance.
Will do. Thank you.
All right. Boquist turned over the puck to Nyes. Tanev and McCabe.
Good
blue
job,
line.
Bubba.
Bob with the stop. Austin says, I feel sick, but still here.
Hope you feel better.
Austin says this feels like the 2022 Eastern Conference Finals, Lightning versus Rangers. Panthers win the faceoff. Greer trying to get past OEL, unsuccessful. Greer dumps the puck in. Or excuse me, Nosek dumped the puck in. Woll has to glove it. OEL and Greer going at it. And then OEL punched Greer in the face with his glove on. Right. Wait for it. Right there. Watch Medicine says we need that insurance goal.
Yes.
So everybody's laughing at the Greer reaction.
Yeah.
I think he might have tried to sell it just a little bit.
For embellishment. Held in.
Sophia says, your shirt is so cool. Which one? This guy?
Might be this one. This was one of the old St. No, not the St. Patrick's Day.
For Hagee with the puck.
Oh, they're going to get one. Here we go.
Schmidt.
Here we go. Hey, what'd I tell you? Huh?
Nice.
There we go, baby.
Hell yeah.
What'd I tell you? Yes. All right. Kulikov. All the goals from the blue line.
That was a 95-mile-an-hour shot by Kulikov. And yeah, and the Leafs crowd is so silent you can hear a pin drop.
Oh, I think I would just fool them. Did it get deflected? Yeah.
It was deflected by Lawton,
He had
and Woll could not.
What a perfect deflection.
It was a beautiful deflection.
Yes.
All right. So the Panthers now have a 2-0 lead. Yeah, I'm sure the Toronto fans are stunned. Oh, Luosterainen tried to feed Marchand.
Yeah, buzzing. Get that third one now, boys.
Let's see. Lundell tried to wrap it around. Daniel the Beach Bum, thank you for the
Daniel.
2.
Thank you, bud.
Nylander.
Bob
makes the stop against Nylander. Thank you.
Right.
Daniel the Beach Bum says, Jaws is a psychic. I need lottery numbers. And Watch Medicine says, thank you for Medicine. Thank you for the 2.
Thank you, Watch. Thank you,
buddy. Watch.
Thank
He
you,
says, insurance goal. Told ya.
Good stuff.
Let's see. Teams who win Game 5 in a 2-2 series go on to win the series 79% of the time. You might want to check that.
Well, I put it on low just to toast it.
Let's see. Thank you, Sophia, for following us. Hey, Jason Todd, thank you for the 10. Thank you, Jason Todd.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you.
Says can't watch, but let's go. Good vibes. Stay positive. Stay respectful.
Thank you, buddy.
Let's see. 14 different cats have scored in these playoffs.
Wow.
Can you hear me now? I sure hope so.
All right, so Panthers winning the 2-0. Johnny Wilkinson asks, Jaws recap from last video is super accurate of what to expect so far, right?
Believe so.
We got to get working and skating. That's the biggest thing for me, competing.
So what do you need to see now down to get on that?
Well, just a floor check and getting on a floor check and getting some ozone time and some attacks. Winning puck races, things like that.
Thank you.
Lady Sky says Leaf fans have already given up. They are saying Marner's already at his cottage in his mind. The Maple Leafs have had no goals in the last 111 minutes.
I'm not saying that.
No, there's a specific phrase you're not allowed to say. Adonis says 0 expected goals percentage for your entire first line is quite a bad stat. Dennis says that place sounds like a library. Let's keep it that way.
Just keep coming at him.
Matthews with the puck. He was able to get multiple shots on Bob. Thank you, Bob.
Thank you, Bubba.
Marner with the puck. Loses it. Puck pass intercepted. Mikkola and Reinhardt able to send it up ahead. Reinhardt collects it. Dumps it in. Intended for Barkov. Barkov sends it behind the Leafs net. For Hagee looking. JC says that place is quiet. I can hear the 4 Panthers fans cheering there. Kachuk with the puck. Waits. Passes back to Schmidt. Schmidt stretch pass to Kachuk. Bennett collects it. Enters the Maple Leaf zone. Bennett tried to drop back to Verhaeghe. Is forced to take it back himself. Loses the edge, but Forsling sends it back into the corner for Kachuk. Let's see. Domi Nylander was trying to get yet another rush chance. That's literally the only the only player I've noticed on offense so far is Nylander.
Right.
And maybe Matthews since
he's had a few chances.
Yeah, well, he was right in front of Bob point blank range and got multiple shots off, but they did not have enough heat on them. Puck out of play. 11:04 to go in the second. See right here. 1, 2. It's not easy to make saves on your right pad and then your left pad. Johnny says, why are people in Miami telling me they think Edmonton is the scariest Western Conference opponents? I think they are as well. You have cats and stars in the final that may fade away. Marchand needs to score, says Daniel the Beach Bum.
How about a fourth line goal?
Mr. Vid says, good news, we're up 2-0. Bad news, we're up 2-0. Forsling sends it around. Mikkola able to keep it alive. Nosek with a shot saved by Wall. Gadjo gets knocked down by Benoit.
We're back.
It's still a 3-on-2 for Toronto. Tavares shot.
Good job, Bubba.
Zillarex says hello. Johnny says right and left pad saves are the toughest task to do as a goaltender. 10:23 to go. X-Fresh says, has anyone noticed that the fourth line is really disciplined so far, picking their hits?
Yeah, good point. Good point.
Buds Noble says, you got a Cats fan from your channel called Sunswine over trolling hot take hockey.
Hey, he shouldn't be trolling. He shouldn't be trolling hot take. John's the one that got us monetized over here.
Sillarex says, Islanders fan, but root for the Cats whenever Islanders are out. Marner with the puck, looking shot, deflects into the corner. Nice first to reach it.
John, while we were stuck at 950 subs for a long time, and the first year I was streaming, I was doing an hour pregame to the playoff games.
It's a 3-on-2.
What?
Boquist
scores! Yes!
Wow.
Yes! Yes!
Wow.
Oh my God, I knew it!
For a second, I didn't think that made it past Wall, but wow.
Yes. When I say I knew it, what I mean is I bitched about him so much in the stream, I said, now watch him score a goal.
Wow. Boquist scores to give the Panthers a 3-0 lead. Unbelievable.
Okay.
Look at that feat.
Wow.
That was Reinhardt, I believe, setting up that just cleared the gap between skate and post. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Let's see.
All right. Like I said, good job putting Boquist there.
Congrats, Sillarex, on your team winning the draft lotto. 9:55 to go in the second, and the Panthers are winning 3-0. That is Boquist's first career playoff goal and his first goal in the last 39
since
games.
January 25th.
It's beautiful. He actually scored. I think we're going on the power play.
Okay.
Domi is pissed. Domi is still chirping. Well, yeah, what an assist by Rhino. This person in is lit says the boys are buzzing.
Okay.
X-Fresh says Rhino is more patient than anyone in the world. Duckling says, poor Wall, imagine seeing both your defenders in front of you allowing that pass. That was gorgeous. It's Jesper Boquist calling, not Adam. Adam's got traded, or Adam got sent on the waivers a while ago.
On the waivers and picked up by the Islanders, right?
Lady Sky says Sunswine isn't trolling, he was complimenting Nylander.
Oh, okay. I didn't think he would be trolling. I knows.
Okay, I'm about to catch up with the chat. Let's see. Hey, Daniel, thank you for the 5. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Daniel, for the 5. Says the only thing the Leaf has ever been good for is helping a caveman wipe his ass. Did you hear me?
No.
Daniel gave us 5.
Thank you, Daniel.
Daniel. He
Thank
said,
you, buddy. Thank you, Daniel.
said the only thing a Leaf has ever been good for is helping a caveman wipe his ass.
No. He says that.
He says that. Daniel,
He said that.
we do not
No.
we take no responsibility.
Take no responsibility.
We take no responsibility
Bob
for
needs
that.
to play better. Jesper Boquist sucks. That's all I got to say right now.
Colin says, I was joking. Kyle, happy for J-Bo, but got to troll him a little bit.
Okay. All right, let's get the fourth one. Okay.
All right, so
Oh.
Barkov over. So
Yes.
we're on the power play.
Yeah.
Reinhardt over to Jones, back to Reinhardt. Kachuk with the puck. Barkov over to Kachuk. Barkov over to Jones. Reinhardt shoots. Blocked away. Barkov sends it back to Jones. Jones over to Verhaeghe. Barkov had all of that wide open net.
Space, but it didn't happen.
Goat Slater says the Cats are playing the way we know they are capable of.
Yes.
Panthers power play has been 7 for 30 this postseason, 6 of 14 on the road, which means we're only 1 for 16 at home. That's not a great power play at home. Jason Todd says, as a representative of Kyle and Jaws, we plead the fifth, Daniel. Bennett with the puck over to Marchand. Oh, he might have wanted to shoot that.
I think he did. I think he got blocked.
No, he chose to pass.
Okay.
Schmidt with the puck, less than 30 seconds to go on the power play. Bennett loses the puck, is able to pass it to Schmidt. Schmidt sends it over to Ekblad. Ekblad all the way over to Lundell. Marchand with the puck.
Austin.
Robert Smith is waving the white flag.
Oh, hey, Robert. How you
Hello,
doing,
Robert.
How you doing, buddy?
We iced the puck with 7:39 to go. JC says Rhino needs to stop this one-leg shot. Okay, so Boquist has already a goal and an assist. Robert Smith says, not good, Joss. Oh. Steve Dangle must be going apoplectic right now. Or he must have already just passed out. Bob gloves the puck with 7:20 to go. Dietrich says Steve Dangle's voice cracked.
Oh.
Yeah, Dietrich, we would be furious too if this was all. If we were performing like the Leafs have so far in this game to try and get a third win in the second round, you would be furious. But, you know, it's still a long game. Panthers cannot afford to try to coast in any way, shape, or fashion, or the Leafs will go right back to what they were doing to us in games 1 and 2 and the start of game 3.
Yeah.
Silva says, what is happening?
Well, we still got to finish this period.
Yeah, less than 7 minutes to go.
Still,
Boquist gets knocked down by Pacioretty. That looks like an accidental collision,
Yeah.
though.
No harm, no foul. Did we ice it? No, on net. So no icing.
Bob sends it over to Lundell, but it bounced right over to Tavares. Luckily, it went back to the Panthers.
Whoa! Jeez. Come on, guys. Here we go.
Let's see. Mikkola with the puck over to Lundell.
Here we go. Come on, let's go. Do it.
Lundell with the puck.
Do it. Do it a thing.
Over to Mikkola.
Hey,
He scores! Mikkola!
Oh, yes!
Holy shit!
Yes! Oh my God!
Okay, what is happening?
This is beautiful.
A 4-0 lead for the
Oh, my
Panthers
God.
with 5:59 to go in the second. Holy shit! Yeah, it's the faces of the faces of the Toronto fans in the arena right now. It's the faces of death.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow. That's
a tough one.
That's one that Wool has to stop.
That's when it's not going your way.
Wow. I think the broadcast just said there are now 16 different Panthers that have scored a goal in this playoffs. Wow. Yeah, the only goal by a forwards tonight has been a Boquist.
Yeah.
All the others were by defensemen.
Wow. So it's Ekblad, Mikkola, Kulikov, Boquist.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to remember it for the recap.
Well, I believe it was Ekblad, then Kulikov, then Boquist, and then Mikkola just now. Yeah, the Leafs are in shock, I'm sure. Yeah, no pinching, 2 back at all times.
Yes.
Wow. It is happening again.
Nothing has happened.
Well,
finish the period.
Yeah, we have to finish the period. No, I'm saying specifically Leafs in the game 5. I mean, game 5 first round against the Sens. They were terrible at home.
Right.
I was genuinely not expecting the Leafs to have a similar performance, at least through these first couple of periods. Cade says, "Holy hell! I called at least a Mikkola goal, my boy."
Hell yeah!
Wow. Let's see. Spitting Chicklets is selling those Biz Idiot shirts that Yandel had on the drum last game. I'm going to use the rest.
Okay.
Wow. We still have to play the rest of the game, but 4-0.
Yes. It's a good night.
Yeah.
Connor says, I'm a Leafs fan. I knew when we were up 2-0 in the series that we were going to choke. I bet a bunch of money on Florida to win this series. Oh, it's not over yet. Not over yet. Thanks, Daddy. You might convince me to go check Dangle's stream.
Seriously, who's doing that?
The forwards need to step up, right? Yeah. Oh, 3:40 in the morning, John. Wow. Good job. Good stuff. Yeah, Brian, maybe you should watch every game from the plane. That's right. Hey, Blair. How you doing, bud? Okay. Jeez.
All right, so hey, Cade, thank you for the 2.
Thank you, Cade. Thank you,
Thank
buddy.
you, Cade.
Thank you.
Says
Thank you,
Mikala,
Cade.
my boy.
Okay.
Taunts, thank you for the 10.
Thank you,
Taunts.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you, Taunts. Says this is the beats down game we all knew was coming. Leafs are done. Well,
let's finish. Let's get out of period.
We gotta
Get out of period.
we gotta finish the game.
I understand weak fans can say it. I
Blair.
just want the team to just keep their head down,
Yeah.
right?
Blair says, as a Leafs fan, we look terrible. I wish that Stolars was playing.
Yeah, truth be told, Stolars might have had a couple of those.
Mr. Pebble says, no way you guys think Stolars would help. They could have had Vazzy and McDavid. It wouldn't change. Canadian teams don't win.
Well,
I mean, that's debatable.
They haven't won in a while. I mean,
Let's see. X-Fresh says Wold is playing equally as good, just one bad goal.
yeah, the Mikula one wasn't great, but at that point it's 4-0, and it's like sometimes it's just not your night. Reinhardt. Oof.
All right.
Who hasn't scored that should get a goal? Huh? Forsling hasn't scored. Right? How about a Gadjevich goal in the third period when we're sending the fourth line out there for half the game to keep the top guys fresh? How about a Gadjo goal?
Mr. Pebble says, I'm just an angry Canadian. That's all. Take what I say with a grain of salt.
I understand.
Hey, Jeff, thank you for the 5.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff.
Says, we can be happy to enjoy this, but let's not let our guard down. We still have to win a 4th game.
Yeah. Just ask Edmonton about that.
So, Boquist with the puck. Let's see, Reinhardt in the corner with Boquist trying to work for the puck. Simon is giving us updates out. Rockets against the Americans. What league is that?
I don't know.
It sounds like a hockey game. It's Melu and Reinbacher score. Oh, it's the AHL. It's the AHL game.
Oh, okay.
So thank you, Simon, for the updates.
Thank you, bud.
2:31 to go. So Panthers winning 4-0, leading shots 25-19. So the Leafs did catch up somewhat in shots. None of them have gone in so far. A Mercs fan is here. Hello.
Hey, bud.
So Morgan Riley with the puck. He waits. Stretch pass. That will not be icing. Ekblad has the puck stolen from him behind the net. Benoit shot. Stopped by Bob. Gene says it's as quiet as a church in there.
Man, deflection. I mean, that's a beautiful shot and deflection. I mean, that's and Bubba. I mean, that's a great play they made.
Olechka says, my man is next to me smoking leaves while the Leafs are getting smoked. Juju says, can anyone do a welfare check on Steve Dangle?
Oh, boy.
He's probably become so enraged that he's on the verge of creating his own pockets dimension of unbridled fury against his team. Either that or the clown outfit is starting to appear on him piece by piece as he starts laughing hysterically. Patelron says Steve Dangle is way past acceptance mode.
Yeah.
We ice the puck with 1:04 to go.
53 straight saves for Bobrovsky against Austin Matthews and these Leafs.
Daniel says, I checked in on Steve and they're all talking about selling the team.
Selling the team. Oh, my God. Oh, that poor man. I give him shit, but 18 years of these videos without winning anything is... I can't blame him for going crazy.
1:04 to go in the second. Another face-off in the Panther zone, won by the Leafs. Morgan Riley passes to Marner. I believe that was blocked. Last minute to go in the second. Seth Jones dumps the puck in as his team goes on the change. Judy says, WTF is wrong with the Leafs? Damn. Adonis says Tavares tried to kill his own teammates. Damn. Maybe a puck flying at them at high velocity will wake them up. There is 44.5 seconds left in the second. So, puck bounces around. I believe that was hand pass called. You're welcome, Jason. We're now at 38.8 seconds to go in the second. All right, McCabe dumps the puck in. It rolls over to Schmidt. Bennett over to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe enters the zone. Let's see. Schmidt with the puck. Let's see. Tanev will just hang on to it. That is the end of the second period. Your eyes do not deceive you.
I know.
The Panthers have a 4-0 lead. The Maple Leafs have not scored in the last 124 and a half minutes of gameplay.
Okay.
Should I mention how many straight saves Bobrovsky has made?
No. Bob needs to play better. Bob needs to play better. Boquist needs to be dropped down. The defense needs to step up, and just bench Marchand. Seriously, he hasn't scored in what? Like it's been like at least a game.
Jason Todd says, "Let's go Panthers! Keep up the defense." Did Biz call outs tonight? Who is that they just showed on the broadcast looking utterly defeated, sitting crisscross applesauce on the floor like a kid who got put in timeout? This is the ESPN broadcast, so we can't get busy tonight. So Gabriella Nelson, you literally just turned on the TV. Holy crap. Alatreon, thank you for the 50. Thank you, Alatreon. Thank you for the $50. $49.99. Thank you. Says Steve Dangle has gone through all 5 stages of grief on his stream. How many times did he cycle through anger? Because I'm pretty sure for a guy like Steve Dangle, those 5 stages of grief would look like denial, anger, bargaining, more anger, even more anger, depression, one last bout of anger, and then acceptance and more depression. Yeah, we just have to hang on to this 4-0 lead for 20 more minutes, and the series lead will be ours. Not the series win, series lead. Let's see. Yeah, he was livid on the 3rd goal. The Celtics are beating the Knicks right now.
Give me your water.
And we got a 50 from Alatreon.
Hey, thank you, bud. Thank you, bud. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
Thank you, bro.
Says,
all right.
Steve Dangle has gone through all 5 stages of grief on his stream.
Oh, that poor man. Oh, my God.
Green Lukey says, please remember to punch that like button. Thank you, Green Lukey. Let's see. Olechka says they're going to skate them to death now. Hudelvark says Dangle right now is like someone stole his candy in kindergarten.
Oh, shit. Pancakes.
Yeah, pancakes.
Okay. Here's the water.
Let's see.
Let me get the pancakes. Here you go.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll be right back.
JC says every time someone hits the like button, another Leafs fan cries. Hit the like button. Now, the only problem with that is that we know for a fact there are Leafs fans who love the channel and will gladly give us the like. So we appreciate the likes from everybody. They are not specifically to torment Leafs fans. Let's see. What's the viewer count? It's saying 240 people are watching right now between Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. Patelron says, see the Toronto crowd outside arena on Sportsnet. They look so deflated. Celtics up by 12 right now. So yeah, the Panthers winning 4-0 after 2 periods. Just 20 more minutes of playing the way we've played throughout the majority of this game, and the Panthers will have taken the 3-2 series lead. Colin says the Dolphins' schedule release video was but it's cool to see that Zach Thomas narrated it. Patel Ron says, I can't blame Wall at all. He's doing a heck of a job. Wall is basically Luongo on a lousy Panthers team. Yeah. Wall let in all of one bad goal tonight. And that was the Mikkola goal to make it 4-0 after the Leafs defensive mistakes gave the Panthers essentially the 3-0 leads. Okay. Thank you.
Got it?
Express says Dangle is talking about the sun exploding and life being washed away. Oh, man. Chris says, Kyle, how are we feeling right now? Pretty good. Pretty good. Dana says the game isn't over yet. Let's not get overconfident. They have guys that can change a game. Guitar Crow says, sorry guys, I've been mostly watching Steve Dangle live to enjoy the meltdown. So playoff pancakes are here. Playoff chocolate chip pancakes. So I'm going to sit back and enjoy these. The Power of Art says, this hurts so badly. Yeah, it must really suck for the Toronto fans who went to Game 5 to see that performance by the home team through the first two periods. But it's definitely not over. Neither this game nor the series. Jiggy says Steve Dangle is playing NHL trivia on his live stream with his viewers right now. That's pretty cool. Power Fart says, I've been a fan since 1980 when I was 5. This is just what the Leafs do. Lady Sky says that Flying Fluffy Hockey is at 8.92K subs. Wow. Getting very close to 9,000. Watch Medicine says, what the Panthers are doing to the Leafs in Toronto is considered illegal in 30 U.S. states. It's the Power of Art says, anyway, enjoy your cup. You said it after you saw us smash Tampa Bay in game 1. Well, this is a long way to go still. Panthers need to take care of business here against the Leafs. And then if we do that, we'll find out who we're playing in the conference finals. When does the period start? I think it's 9:10 p.m. So in a few minutes. Burned Oil says, hope you're doing well, Kyle. Glad your team is winning. The Leafs always find a way to blow it always. Juju says, Berube did make the Leafs tougher, but they don't have the X factor or killer instinct to go all the way in the postseason. Who's my favorite call by call analysis? Well, my favorite broadcast team is always going to be, if you're talking about broadcast team, well, obviously Randy and Goldie. Florida Man says, I'm watching Dingle's reaction, and after the third goal, I couldn't stop laughing. Lady Sky says, Dallas is still a huge threat to us, at least no surprises with the Oilers. Yeah, Dangle said with a straight face that the Leafs must be under the weather and there's some sort of bug going around for the team after Game 4. Okay. So, okay, you've got less than a minute. Who's the favorite voice actor? Who's my favorite voice actor? Oh, that's a tough one.
Okay. Right here.
Hey, Jameson, thank you for the 7. Thank you, Jameson. Thank you. Thank you, Jameson.
Thank you, bud. Thank you, Jameson. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you, Jameson.
Thanks, bud.
Judy Barker says, Alex Nikishin was in full uniform skating this morning. Look for him tomorrow. Penty says, hey, Charles and Kyle, what happened to Toronto? Are the Cats just better and more experienced?
Well, and I don't have an answer unless they're actually genuinely sick. I mean, the lack of will is to play here is kind of frightening a little bit.
Lady Sky says, Jaws put a curse on the Leafs because their fans keep trolling the chat. He wishes.
Well, no, I wouldn't want to do that. No, I think we just needed to cook those pancakes.
Yeah. Besides, there are plenty of Leaf fans who come here and say hello and are kind and love the channel, and we have fun.
Toronto's welcome to win when we're done winning, however many times we're going to win. They just can't be the ones to eliminate us. Oh,
Derek says it's the lucky green shirts Jaws is wearing. Nice shot saved.
Another
and then the
save
rebound.
by Bubba. And we got a penalty. Yeah, they hooked. Yeah, the shirt don't hurt either, right?
FLL says we can't let our guards down. Keep forechecking.
Yeah, don't get. Well, I guess if Maurice has something to complain about for the guys, he'll be happy.
The second period this time, Nyes, who's been the best lead forward in the series.
Give me a second. All right. Where's?
What you doing? You need to wash your thing off?
Well, there is already a spot here. It's
All right,
the
well, I'll
syrup.
get some. Oh shit! How did you get it? Did you get it wet?
No, but there was a more recent one here
All right,
that
I got to get some spray and wash. We can't have that happening.
Well,
you got to tell me.
I've been wearing this jersey with the stain, and we haven't.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Soon as if the Panthers lose while I'm wearing this, get the spray,
Okay.
Get the spray and wash. We'll have to figure out how to get the stain out.
Okay.
All right, so 45 seconds left on the Toronto power play. Domi dumps the puck in. Bob momentarily lost it, which allows Domi to collect it. Riley over to Domi, over to Riley.
There we go. Cooley, get it out. No. Did it come out?
Kept it in, but there's a holding penalty here.
Wow, Domi just took a holding.
Wow.
Juju says, spent the day at SeaWorld yesterday, and my Panthers have turned this series around. It's been a good week for me so far. Yeah, that's I don't know if that was. So it'll be 4-on-4 for 16 seconds. And then the Panthers are going back on the power play.
Okay.
17:46 to go. Power Fart says, as a Toronto fan, I've got to go scrub some mold off the bathroom tiles. Ugh.
Oh. That's just not right. They finally get a power play and they end it with a holding call against them. It's just like it feels like rubbing salt in the wound.
So Panthers on the power play. Seth Jones with the puck in his own zone.
So then they travel, but then game 6 is Friday.
Okay, so
it's not 2 days off.
Jones left it backwards. Barkov was not there. Now try this again. Jones enters the zone, passes to Tkachuk, cross ice to Reinhart, back to Jones. Jones over to Tkachuk, over to Reinhart, over to Jones. Tkachuk sends the puck out of his own zone. For Hagee, over to Tkachuk. Tkachuk looking. It goes all the way out again. Isabella says, I have to think Leafs. Tkachuk.
I thought we was going to ring the bell.
Up and out of play. Isabella says, have to think Leafs core is getting blown up after this.
If this continues, I don't know what they do.
Berube is the Toronto, the whole being Toronto's head coach thing is starting to sink in for Berube. It's like, God damn it.
I know.
This has been a long night for these fans as well. Matthew Nyes clears. Such a passionate, loyal, dedicated.
Juju says, Jaws and Kyle, if the Panthers close this series out against the Leafs, should the Leafs try one more run with this core or blow it up? Well, who's going to free agency?
Well, they had to decide on Marner, right?
Oh, I see. Luosterainen was there in the bumper position. Power play is over. Marchand keeps the puck. Lundell looking. Nice sends it back to Tanev. Tanev drops it back. Nylander with the puck. He has trouble collecting it, but he does dump it in. Kulikov with the puck. Kulikov over to Boquist. Barkov on the rush. Morgan Riley collects the puck. Hey, Watch Medicine. Thank you for the 5.
Thank you, Watch. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Watch.
Thank you, Watch Medicine. Says the Panthers took the Steve Dangle home ice advantage and poured it in their Stanley Cup and will chug Budweiser after this game. USA, USA.
Oh, boy.
Tocchet is the third ex-Canucks coach Flyers have had in a row. Yeah, Rick joining AV and Torts. So, yeah, the Flyers hired Rick Tocchet, and the Canucks promoted Adam Foote to their new head coach.
In other news, beards are getting itchy.
Yes.
Especially with all this humidity now.
Ugh, it's so humid.
I know. I turned on my air conditioner tonight. I left it off during the day, but it's just, in there.
Yeah.
And they iced it.
I mean, he's going to be an unrestricted free agent. We'll see what the Leafs do if they don't offer him what he does with his freedom.
Cardinals 77, Guardians 76, Kings 7. Wow. Longest championship. Man. Let's see.
Hey, I called it! I called it! No, I wanted Gadjevich, but we got Greer. All right, we'll take
Greer
it.
scores. Wow.
Oh, I wanted Gadjevich, but we'll take it. Close enough. Wow.
It's 5-0.
Jeez.
Wow. Make it 17 players, according to David.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
Hey, Stephen Davis, thank you for the 2. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you for the 2.
Thank you, Stephen. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Thank you, Stephen.
And they're polling Joseph Wool.
Jeez.
So who is this? The Matt Murray.
Matt Murray, yeah.
A 2-time Stanley Cup champion with the Penguins. Wow, he's been around for a while.
Yeah.
So Steven says, make that 11-1 Panthers when I'm not watching the game in this series, the last 3 games. Hey, Jeff, thank you. He just gifted
Whoa.
20 memberships.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Much appreciated,
Thank
brother.
you, Jeff.
I will have a members podcast out tomorrow for sure.
So the Panthers just set a franchise record for the number of different players who all scored in the same postseason.
Really?
17 different players. 17.
Wait a minute, but there's only 18 on the ice. 17. So who's the only one that hasn't scored?
Okay.
I think that Dajovic hasn't scored. Sturm hasn't scored.
Yeah, that's like two guys.
Did Samoskevich get one?
Carlos says Florida Panthers playing the role of Shane Sun. Mr. Fitz asks, at this point, will Bob get a goal tonight? Has Erod scored? Austin says yes. So 17 out of 23 skaters we've dressed.
Wow.
Almost 3 times as many players have scored at least a goal for us in these playoffs than have not scored.
Man.
Penalty against who? Which one? Weatherlow says, hello, how you doing?
Hey, bud.
Chris says, I am feeling good. Yeah. The poor Leafs fans, like they paid to watch this.
I know.
Trevor says, bring out VTech. I wasn't going to say anything, but yeah.
No, we're good. We don't want to do that.
Maybe when it's 7-0.
Maybe. I mean, I know. I'm sure Bob wants to stay in and play.
Hey, Amanda, thank you for the 5.
Thank you, Amanda. Thank you.
Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you, Amanda.
Amanda says, Jaws, you still have something to watch. Bob to get a you-know-what.
Yeah.
Someone was willing to donate $100.
Oh, that's right. What was it? Oh, yes. Somebody had said, yeah. Don't say the word. Somebody on the news stream, if we got a you-know-what, he'd donate $100.
So Marlins are up 3-1. Good for them. Dolphins schedule released today. We have 5 games on prime time. Average ticket in the lower bowl is $9.40 tonight in Toronto.
Wow.
Let's see. Series is not over.
No, it is not over.
Bex says, they say. When you say they say, Bex, do you mean Steve Dangle or someone else? They say the Leafs are going through the flu and might get the Panthers sick. Do you think that maybe the Panthers had the flu in games 1 and 2 and got the Leafs sick?
Maybe that's possible too. That's another way to look at it.
I don't know. If we had the flu, we would have looked way worse at the ending of the Lightning series.
We'll see how it goes.
I think it was more about us not having one defender back at all times.
Yeah, I mean, we made structural changes to what we were doing.
We are on the power play again. Yeah, we have a game in Madrid. The Dolphins have a game in Madrid, and it counts as a home game.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow I'll do maybe you would want to do a schedule review.
Real Cinema says we were still scoring in games 1 and 2, just needed to fix the defense.
Yeah.
For Hagee over to Reinhart, over to Kachuk. Puck rolls over to Jones. For Hagee, over to Reinhart. over to Jones, over to Barkov.
Oh.
Reinhart, the puck rolls through the paint. Very close. Jones shot deflected wide.
Matt Murray comes in, instant power play. It's like
For Hagee over to Reinhart.
No, good shot.
Murray makes a good save. Chris says, would you recommend me getting pizza or wings to watch Game 6?
Can't we do both?
Juju says Panthers need to stay sharp until this series is over. One bad game can easily flip the series the other way. No, unfortunately, we can't fly to Madrid to watch the Dolphins. FLL says adding Brad Marchand is a blessing.
Yeah, to say the least. All right, let's do another one. Another one. Bennett.
Bennett
Come
for the
on!
puppies!
Hey!
Wow.
Holy crap.
That was Matt Murray's first postseason game since 2019-20 with Pittsburgh. The Panthers have made it 6-0. Have we reached stop, they're already dead territory?
I think so.
Stop. They're already dead. Biz is probably melted into a puddle by now.
Wow.
6-0. We still have just over half of this period to go.
Yeah, I just want to see the fourth line out. There's the fourth line the whole rest of the 10 minutes.
Wow.
Bro, how do I even recap this?
Yeah. Touchdown. Blair says, as a Leaf fan, we need to wake up. It's embarrassing how we're playing. Yeah, that's an understatement. Judy says, enjoy this while you can. Yeah.
Yeah, no. I mean, every game is a different game.
Well, it's in particular, she's the Hurricanes fan.
Yeah. We might score. Hey, we could score 6 goals against Carolina for the whole series and still win the series.
Yeah.
6 goals might win that series.
Smoky Dog says it can't get worse for the Leafs, but that's not true. Let's get a Marchand.
Oh my God.
True says, okay, I'm going back to work. Our job here is done.
Yeah, I think we feel secure on this one.
Judy's laughing. Chris says this game isn't over. Don't celebrate it. Judy says, not this year, Jaws.
Well, we'll see.
See. Marchand gets the clear. It will roll all the way over to Tanev. Domi with the puck. Passes to McMahon. Bob with the save. Ekblad in the corner, able to pass it over to Reinhart, Barkov, and Boquist. Boquist enters the zone. Reinhart couldn't hang on to the puck. 9 minutes to go. We're tied for the franchise record. This is our third games with 6+ goals this postseason.
Huh.
Yeah, because...
Remember when we were worried about offense in the regular season? Well,
I remember.
There's a save.
Andrew says, well done, boys.
Right.
Florida Panthers fan from Australia says, hello.
How you doing, bud?
Juju says, what's the over-under on Matthews having an injury, and that's why he's ghosted? Blair says, I had Dallas to win the cup this year. They look really good. I still believe in my boys. So, Andrew says, thanks for this embarrassment I'm having.
It is only one game, though.
Yeah.
It could have been 1-0. It's still just one game.
Yeah, so Panthers just close the game out. Close the game out so we can head back home with a chance to clinch the series. Yes. Every Panther except for Hagee, Jones, Barkov, and Nosek has a point. Wow. Blair says if Stolars plays Game 6, I will be happy.
I don't think he's ready. I don't think he's going to be playing. I hate that happened that way, but you don't like the Panda Express commercials?
No, the song gets...
Oh, this poor kid.
Oh, poor kid. Juju says, who's staying up until the new LFR drops? We'll all be probably up.
Are people throwing their jerseys on the ice?
People are throwing their jerseys on the ice.
It's not like this is the end of the series.
Yeah. Andrew says, I'm sorry, guys. It's okay, Andrew.
Oh, I thought that went in. Yeah, lots of the fourth line here.
Usually I wait to watch the LFR until the morning.
Yeah.
Stephen Kahn just says, oh my God. Let's see. Strafossi says this might sound nuts. I would keep Boquist in next game if Erod is healthy.
They might actually do that if he's even questionable.
Yeah, well, I mean, Boquist got a goal and an assist tonight.
Yeah.
Carlos says them jerseys cost $120, if not more.
Okay, how mad I get? I ain't throw my jersey on the ice. Bad enough. You got now when they throw the hats on the ice for the hat trick, do they like put them all in a big bucket and let people try to go find their hat again, or what do they do with all the hats? Are you just out your $30?
Nylander over to McCabe. Tavares sent it on net, but it is collected by Lundell and cleared. Real Cinema says, I think that's how it works.
Oh, okay.
Jones shot saved by Matt Murray. Luosterainen.
I seen what he did.
LA Reid says, break out the dumbbells, Jaws. This might be tight. This might be tight.
Yeah. I'm going to have to do a workout tomorrow in the sauna. We didn't get I got a flat tire. I got to get it fixed tomorrow, so we didn't get the chance to go anywhere.
TK says they wash and donate the hats and throw away the bad ones that can't be salvaged.
Oh, okay.
Lady Sky says, let this be a lesson to everyone. You don't have to be a fan of a team just because they are the closest to you.
Tana, will you cut the shit?
Yeah, we still need 10 wins before we can hoist the cup.
Yes. I mean, Mikula and Tanev have been going at it. They're just laughing now.
Marchand was going to the bench and he was like, wait, fight. RSB has been a member for 3 months.
Hey, thank you, bud. Much appreciated.
Says, I wanted Florida to win, but Jesus, this is, wow.
So what, they give Toronto a power play out of that?
Yeah, Marchand for doing the silly and going all the way from the bench to
3 of us in there.
Well, he grabbed some.
Yeah.
There's that's Nosek, Mikula, and Marchand, I think. Oh, look, Marchand's parents are in the crowd.
So what's the calls gonna be for Toronto?
6:41 to go.
And now they're taking Marchand out.
Now Marchand is coming out of the penalty box.
Only 2 players, 2 of the all-time greats, Gordie Howe and Alex Delvecchio, have more points than Marchand 34. He's averaged more than a point per game in the postseason against the Leafs, so this is 33rd game against Toronto.
Ladies, guys, says nobody should feel obligated to cheer for an unserious team that wastes your time and money. Stephen Kahn is just waiting for the Heat off season right now. Yeah, I'm hearing that Giannis expressed some interest in.
Now Marchand is going.
Now, had Marchand left the bench and joined the fray, that would have been a real problem. However, he didn't. I watched him skate. He was on the ice and skated right to the door here and turned around.
Jason Todd says 6-0. What happened?
I don't know what they're saying. Yeah, you beat us again? It's the best. When you walk out and everybody's giving it to you, they really don't have a leg to stand on. It's the best.
He said something back.
Dennis says, I thought Marchand's dad was Remy from Ratatouille. Hey, thanks for actually getting the name of the rats right, Dennis. So many people think that the rat's name is Ratatouille, but that's the name of the dish. The rat's name is Remy. Have you ever seen that one? No.
So 6:41 to go. The penalty box doors open.
So the refs are still trying to sort this out. Marchand went
a long break for.
So that's Tavares and Pacioretty and McCabe.
Yeah, but the third one is Marchand, who's I guess out.
As I said a few minutes earlier, that they'll take the actors they think might be the most problems and give them misconduct. And so Marchand's got one of those. We'll see if anyone from Toronto did. There's going to be another Panther over there. Verhaeghe.
Could probably have to have Verhaeghe serve Marchand's.
Come on, Kelly Sullivan, let's go.
Come on.
Enough. Figure it out and let's go.
How hard can this be?
Everybody just sitting around here and wait for the final tally so they can get going. It looks like it's a Leaf power play. The 5 forwards are on the ice. We'll try to break.
Silva says, Jaws, hear me out. What if the reason the Leafs are sick is because the Panthers were sick during the first 3 games?
Right.
But
or it could just be a bug that's already down there and they don't even tell it all that. They don't even announce it. Like, so I guess we're on the PK.
Yeah. Olechka says, I cannot wait to see Dangle's reaction. Dennis says, it's a great movie. Pixar really knows how to do it. So,
how hard can this be?
There's an extra 2 minutes up for Florida, so the power play for Toronto.
Okay.
All right, so we're back on the penalty kill. All that, and they didn't even announce. What the penalties were. So we have to assume, I guess, Marchand got a game misconduct.
Right. He must have done something, said something.
All right, so Nylander enters the zone. He waits. Pass intended for Matthews. Riley over to Marner. Back to Riley. Back to Nylander. Matthews whiffs on his shot attempt.
Clear.
Hey, Jeff, thank you for the 5.
Thank you, Jeff.
Lundell, what a deflection. It goes wide.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank
buddy.
you, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, says Jaws. We need another video of you sipping coffee while Dangle is freaking out like you did a couple years ago.
That's not a bad idea.
But it has to wait until after the Panthers.
Yeah, it has to be after.
The Panthers win the series.
Yeah.
McMahon lost the puck to Ekblad, so Ekblad got the clear. Yeah, Gadjo almost had one. And short-handed one, too, it would have been. Less than 30 seconds left on the Toronto power play. Mikkola trying to get the puck out of danger. Domi over to OEL, over to Robertson, back to OEL. Shot saved by Bob.
Good job.
And then Mikkola and Lawton throwing some punches at each other. Fight. Blair says, ladies, replying to Lady Sky, says, I am loyal to my team. This is what I deal with for 22 years. Okay, so no surprise.
Yeah, they're just taking guys off the ice now.
For Lawton and Mikkola, both get 2 minutes for roughing. Chris asks, Jaws, you attempted to contact Dangle a few years ago and he never responded. Am I correct?
Yeah, a few years ago, yeah. I think I tried it 2 years in a row and then I never got even like a response, so I just stopped. I stopped trying.
Silva says, Dane, I love how level-headed Jones is, just making sure Mikkola didn't get hurt.
Yeah. Love say Bubba.
Yeah,
now it's every whistle. We're going to be here for a half hour.
Rantanen will have to wait another few years, right?
Yes. Yeah. No, Rantanen will stay in Dallas.
Yeah, he probably is going to be a real pain for the West.
Next year, you figure we'll make Trey happy and get Crosby at the deadline.
Just Kachucking around says Dangle is actually losing it right now. Nick asks, is this the best Panthers performance? If you're referring to so far in these playoffs,
yeah, I mean, in the playoffs so far, sure. Although, you know, I mean, it says a lot. The last game was 4-0 as well. This one, the Leafs just look cooked.
Well, I can't imagine that the Leafs would play this terribly in Game 6 for the third game in a row. Their season will be on the line in Game 6. Yeah, another great penalty kill. Lady Sky has a new conspiracy theory from Reddit saying the Leafs got COVID from going to Florida.
Oh my God.
Celtics live to see another day without Jason Tatum. Yeah, well, they're the defending champions. It's no surprise.
Yeah.
The Knicks will still have 2 more chances to punch their ticket to the Eastern Conference Finals against the Pacers.
What you guys got to say? James says Leafs playing dead after 440 hits from Panthers and Senators. Yeah. Dangle Chat is saying the Leafs need to injure Bennett and Kachuk right now. Jesus. See, that's the stuff we don't allow here. I mean, does he have mods? Does he allow that crap? Does he not have mods? I mean, he should have a few guys he can afford to pay to be mods on those streams, I would assume. If Stolarz was playing, Matthews would be scoring. He's got 10,000 people. Yeah.
All right.
Chat's going too fast. Right. Yeah, it makes sense.
Olechka says, by the way, I predicted a score of 6-2 Panthers. Hmm. 4:06 to go in the third.
All right, can we finish this now, guys?
Panthers don't get the clear that time. Brandon says Toronto should pull the goalie. TK says, leave Dangle alone. He's a broken man. Why kick him when he's down?
He is a broken man.
That puck flips. I thought for a second that might.
Oh, it is not clear.
Not clear. You can sort of see the Panthers are only skating so fast.
Yeah. You're not gonna be blocking shots at this point either. You know what I mean?
3 minutes to go.
There you go, Bubba.
So Matthews with the puck. Shot.
Hey,
Bob with the save.
Another one, Bubba.
Luosterainen collects the puck. Turns it over to Marner in the corner. Now Schmidt is there. He flips it ahead.
And not out.
Not out.
Toronto's playing hard now, right?
Yeah. It's probably more like we let up on them.
2 minutes left. We're not going to empty the net.
Well, they can't now. Gadjo gets hit.
Yeah, just dump that in next time, Gadjo, huh? Come on, bud.
The Knicks were a meme team today. Well, it is the Knicks. They're liable to have games like that.
Go get it, Greer.
True. You missed the part where that's not even Joseph Woll in nets. That's Matt Murray right now.
So who got the goals? This was Greer and who got the second goal this period?
Robertson
They
scores.
scored a goal.
Congratulations.
Look at that.
You finally scored a goal. And it's a massive scrum. How many shots in a row did Bob save? How long did it take for the Leafs to score? Patel Ron, thank you for the 5.
Thank you, buddy.
Patel Ron.
Thank you, bud. Much appreciated.
Thank you, Patel Ron. He says, this is an unmitigated disaster for the Leafs. I know it's Leafs history, but my God, just a demoralizing loss, and they seem so lifeless. So Nicholas Robertson gives the Leafs a goal. Chris Paul hits a huge 3 to cut the deficit to 42. Let's see. Yeah, I think that was 63 straight shots, I think, that Bob had saved. Hey, Ice and Ice, thank you for the membership.
Ice. Thank you, buddy. Thank
Says
you, Ice.
1 membership given for that goal. Thank you, Ice.
Thank you, Ice. Appreciate you.
That was Toronto's first goal in the last 143 minutes and 25 seconds.
Well, that's good. That way we don't have to start game 6 with them going, Bob Roski hasn't allowed a goal and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Come on, just sort through the penalties, guys. It's been like a half hour for these last 4 minutes. Literally, just everybody in the ice is ejected and just face off and get this done.
Johnny's asking what caused the scrum after the goal. Florida Man says Dangle's sarcastic celebration was great. Even the announcers are like, just end this game already. They want to be able to enjoy watching Edmonton and Vegas, which has already started.
Right.
There's 106 left. Just call the penalties. Olechka says, I just saw Bennett's face. Yep, he stayed in Florida. Austin asks, who put me in timeout? Lol. Someone put Austin in timeout.
There's nobody here that should be doing that. I don't know.
Shadow Wolf says, evening, guys. Just made it for the final minute of the game. Hello, how you doing? All right, so it's out of all that, we're back on the power play. Am I seeing that correctly? Last minute of play,
Yeah.
Finally.
Just finish it.
Kulikov with the puck.
So it was Greer, but who got the yellow? Bennett? Was it Bennett?
Huh?
Bennett got the second goal this period, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nosek over to Gadjo. Echo just came home from work. You guess it's back to Florida. Yeah. Yeah, this series is headed back to Florida in Game 6. Schmidt. Oh, the Marlins won. Good for them. Nosek over to Greer. We are just passing the puck around.
Like we're not even trying to take any shots.
There
All
it
right,
is.
Let's see. Can we get off? Nope.
Nope.
We don't. Come on. Come on. Don't show Bob. Show the fight. God, the production people on these broadcasts suck. We want to watch the action.
The Panthers.
Oh, we got a hole. We got a
fight.
Oh, that's funny.
Hey, brother Gene's here.
Hey,
says,
brother Gene. Hey, bud.
Brother, that's 7.
That's 7.
The Panthers take Game 5 6-1 to get a 3-2 series lead headed back home.
All right.
Good God. Trey, 2 puntos.
Hey, thank you, Trey. Thank you, buddy.
2
Thank you,
puntos.
Trey. All right.
Wow.
I gotta go get the recap.
It took the Leafs 143 minutes to score.
I'm actually glad they scored, so we don't have to hear that at the beginning of the next game.
Real Brother Gene says, Shites. I wanted the shutout and total domination. We finished this Friday at the BB&T. Well, I'm going to consider that's the pity goal. The pity goal. And also to avoid the pressure Bob would have to keep shutting them out for that long. You know, it's like Jaws said, so it wouldn't get jinxed in Game 6. JC says Dangle ended his stream like 10 minutes ago. So, Olechka says, I was almost right in my score prediction. Yeah, you were just 1 goal off. And the Marlins won tonight, so South Florida's having some fun tonight. Dolphins released their schedule. So, yeah, it's got to be a bad feeling up there in Toronto right about now. Who gets the game puck? That's a good question. Let's see. Joel Cruz says, hope that goal does not give them momentum. I highly doubt it, Joel. Let's see. Yeah, it was an ass whooping. Real Cinema says, Dangle just said he wouldn't take Marner back if he had a negative cap hit. Real Brother Gene says, tonight I wore my We Want Florida shirt. Yeah, that was almost the same score as the Lightning got in Game 5 when the Cats were on the road. So, Blair says, good game, guys. Mr. Krabs says, good game. See you around, Kyle. Yari says, quite the win. Truly did not expect this game going as it did. I don't think even the most wildly optimistic Panthers fan could have seen this coming. The Panthers, if the Panthers had really wanted to, this game would have ended 6-0. They essentially just took a break for the final few minutes, and that's when Toronto finally scored their first goal in 143 minutes. So the Panthers with a huge win. Dylan, it's not golfing season in Toronto, not yet. Panthers still have to win. Game 6 at home. let's see. So
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
So I'll take the time during this end of game streaming. The Miami Dolphins announced their 2024 regular season schedule. And since Jaws is most likely going to be the one who reacts to the schedule himself tomorrow, I'll give my own brief reaction. So the season starts on the road at Indianapolis. Okay. Then we play at home against the Patriots. Then we have to play the Thursday night's game at week 3 at Buffalo. Dagnabbit. Then we play Monday night at home against the Jets. Then we play on the road at Carolina. Then we play at home against the Chargers. Then we play at Cleveland and Atlanta. That's a pretty decent stretch. Then we play another Thursday night's game at home this time against the Ravens. That's the October 30th game. Then we play at home against the Bills on that Sunday. Then we play against the Commanders in Spain on November 16th. Then our bye week, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think week 12 is our bye week. Then we play home against the Saints, then at the Jets, and another Monday night's game at Pittsburgh. Then we have to play at home against the Bengals and Buccaneers, including the Bengals game is Sunday night. And then finally, our last game of the year is at the Patriots. So, interesting. Cade says, hey, I'm back. Didn't expect this awesome blowout. Woo! Yeah, 6-1. Hot dog, you're going to the Thursday night game against the Bills. M2J says, hate the facts they kept saying shutouts, then they finally scored. Well, that's why Jaws and I never say the word shutout. We never say shutout until either the game is over or the Panthers have already surrendered a goal.
These are their top 5 goal scorers from the regular season, Kelly, and none have scored so far in this series.
Real Brothers Gene says, good night, Kyle. Good night, brother Gene. Thank you for joining us, brother Gene. It's wonderful to see you pop in and say hello. Hot Dog says, I've went to every Dolphins versus Bills game in Buffalo since 2014. Adonis says Bob's save percentage has jumped from 888 to 899. Hey, maybe it can be above 900 by the end of this series. So, yeah, not just a victory, not just a good victory. It was a massacre by the Panthers tonight, and we can only hope that the Panthers have half as good a game in Game 6. We have pushed the Leafs to the brink of elimination, and if there was going to be any time for the Leafs to show up hot dog, that would be good news if Stolarz is back. It would give Stolarz a chance to try and help his team out. The Panthers head back to Sunrise. The Panthers have the opportunity to win at home in Game 6 and clinch the series. Duckling says, are we going to watch the Oilers game? No. We'll be once Jaws is done with his recap, we'll be signing off. So
midway through the first, neither goaltender has been seriously challenged as of yet in Game 5.
All right, so yeah, the Panthers win 6-1 and are headed back home with a 3-2 series lead and a chance to punch their tickets. Punch the ticket on Friday to play either the Capitals or the Canes in the Eastern Conference Finals. Jake says there's a video of PK laughing at Marchand headlocking Nylander. Kenneth says Canes are likely. Hot Dog says, I hope Capitals come back. Johnny says, with the Knicks lost, the series favorite is now the Celtics, who are minus 100 to beat the Knicks in the series, and the Knicks are plus 200.
One gives a new smile in as little as 45 minutes and transforms a life forever. Scan or go online today.
Yeah, right now I'm watching Vegas, Edmonton, while I wait for Jaws to finish the recap.
They also need a good job in the defensive zone. They can't just worry about going up yet. Early in this game, they did a good job closing out, outnumbering the defensive zone. Edmonton's time and space. And that's a success. You can't let them have that chance. Big Dab also surfing on the blue line right there. Not letting them get that speed in the neutral zone.
Okay, Chewbacca.
Okay.
All right. Let me just get this on the thing here. Now Vegas can get eliminated tonight, right?
Yeah. 9:59 to go in the first between the Oilers and Golden Knights. I'm not sure who's going to win between the Golden Knights and Oilers. Golden Knights are at home. Maybe they will be able to actually win at home. You would think. Michael says, Dane Kyle, I was hoping it was going to be Florida Washington, was going to get tickets for all of us to go to a Washington game. Navy gets tickets discounted right now. Yeah, it is a shame. It's definitely one of the bigger reasons I was rooting for Capitals against the Hurricanes.
All right, not because your father's girlfriend, and you feel bad for her because I'm not. That's not why. No comment. Probably best. Probably best. All right, everybody. Thank you all for hanging out with us. Much love and all the super chats. I will have a members podcast out tomorrow. I'll be live at noon tomorrow. And Kyle begins his series tomorrow, breaking down the Dolphins' schedule by taking bus rides to every location that they're playing at. And he's going to do a food review. He's going to review all of the food in all the cities and try to put some weight back on, since there's only the little bit of pancakes that he's having during these games. Okay? All right. All right, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your night. Oh, what's that?
Adonis, thank you for the
Adonis.
2.
Thank you,
Adonis says, job ain't done yet.
Exactly. Yes, that's the theme of the recap. It's like, I don't even want to hear it until there's 4. After what we did with Edmonton, I don't even want to hear the number 3. So, all right, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your night. I'll see you at noon.
Good night, everyone.